Hi, and welcome to the next set of chords in the jazz series, or the more advanced chord series. My name is Stu Johnson from Second Floor Studios Live. Today we're going to be doing a set of chords from A through G that constitutes the group called six chords, major six. And major six is fundamentally and theoretically you're using the first, third, fifth, and sixth degree of the scale to do the chord. And so why don't we just start with A, and per the diagram on the screen, you can see where to put your finger. Let's start with the first chord of the sixth family, major six family, and that's A6. And it's going to be what we're going to do instead of doing it down here now, since it's gotten to the point where we can't utilize any of these open strings down here to get the type of the voicings that we need. We're going to come up a little higher so we can access some of these other notes that we need to grab onto. So here is this is the sixth chord. This is an A6. You want to come up to the fifth fret. Your middle finger is going to be on the fifth fret here, and your index finger is going to be back here on, as you per the diagram, it's going to be back here on the fourth fret. Your ring is going to be on the fifth fret as well, up here on the second string, and then your pinky finger is going to be here in front. So it's sort of like a diamond shape. And so you've got the one, you've got the flats, or the six, you've got the five, and then you've got your three out front here. And then if you hit them all together, and the red strings are the ones that are marked red, are off limits, so don't play those. You get a major six chord. It's kind of like a major seven chord. It has kind of the same type of mellow sound, kind of a closed mellow sound. So that's major six, A major six. Go through, make sure all your strings are coming out. Push hard to get any buzzing. Push a little harder, and we'll see you in the next chord. This next chord is called B6, and we're going to initially, we're going to do it two different ways. We're going to try it once in the same form as the A6 chord, so we're going to learn that form again. And the A6 was down here, as our downloadable PDF guide will tell you. This is your A6. And your B6 is going to be 2 frets higher, so you're just going to move it up 1 fret, up 2 frets. This is your root note here on the bottom, and so this is a B6. So you can go ahead and play that along with me, if you can get it. If you need to pause the video, go ahead. And these chords are used in jazz mostly, but they can be used in rock. They can be used in any kind of music. Well, not any kind of music, but you know what I mean. Okay, see you in the next chord. Okay, this is the other B major six that we were going to do, and essentially what this is you're going to take your middle finger and you put it on the fifth string on the second fret, and then you're going to bar this back here with your index. And per the diagram, you really only just want to hit the inner 4 strings, so you don't want to hit them all here. So this bar back here just serves to hold down the third and fourth string on the first fret, and that's it. Doesn't really do anything else, or it's not supposed to, so make sure it doesn't. And then this top one here is your middle on the fourth fret on the second string, and so your tonic B is here. This is an A string based chord. B6, B major 6. Just make sure all the notes are coming out. See you in the next chord. This next chord is a C major 6 chord. We're going to use the same form as we did with the B major 6. We're just going to move it up 1 fret because C comes right after B on the keyboard. So if you get out your keyboard diagram, you can see that. You can download that among a lot of other materials on the site just to explore. We've got the B here. Remember the B major 6 form was here. And we're just using the 4 inner strings. The outer two, the 2 E's on either side, are muted out, so we can use those. But let's just take this form and scoot it up to here. So we've got, so that's C major 6. So just go in there, make sure all the strings are coming out, do a string check, move your hand around a little bit if all the notes aren't coming around, and good luck. See you in the next chord. This next chord is called D6, and we're back to the bass forms, which are the forms that don't require a bar. We're just going to come down here where D was, and there's D proper. And what we're going to do is just lift this up. That's really all the D6 is just you've got your you've got these 2 fingers on the first and third strings on the 2nd fret, and using your middle on the one up here on the 3rd string, and using your ring on the 1st string, and that's a D6. And it can be used. I'm sure you can come up with an idea if you're into rock or pop or alternative. It's a popular chord. Not too jazzy. Just go in there and make sure they're all coming out. And if they're not, just keep practicing. 75% is what you're going for. See you in the next chord. This next chord is called E major 6, and per the diagram you can see, we're back to the A string chord, A based chord with the tonic or the root note that's on the A string. So we're going to come up to the 7th fret. Here on the 7th. And you're going to be able to see that you're going to put this finger here. It's going to be pretty much the same thing we did last time. This finger's here, and then these 2 bar, the 2 in back, and then this one's up here. So that's a 6 chord. And remember, you can move this anywhere you want and get the same thing. The tonic is on the A string. It's under this finger, under your middle finger. So good luck. Make sure they're all coming out. If they're not, just keep practicing. They will eventually. See you in the next chord. This next chord is called F major 6. It's based on the E major 6 chord that we did. It uses the same formation. F comes right after E on the keyboard, so it's just a half step up. And if you look closely, you'll see that it is just 1 fret higher than E. So E is here, and then there you go. So once again, we're just utilizing information we already know to get stuff that we didn't think we knew. So there's F6, and then there's G6, G sharp 6, G6, and so on and so forth, down the line. So just go in and try and make that chord work. Go through, test the strings, make sure they're all coming out. Push hard, try hard, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next chord. This next chord is called G6, and we're back down at the bottom of the neck. We've been going kind of getting sort of high up here. We go back down to the bottom and start here. So we're going to put our middle finger on the bottom. So remember, you've got G here. So let's do that. Let's put this here. So G is on the 3rd fret. A good way to remember that is G3. So the 3rd fret is 3 and the note is G. So 3, G. So you want your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret on the 6th string, and then and we're just going back to the the 6th chord that was based on the bottom string. We were doing it for the B6 chord, if you remember when we did that. So we're going to have this here on the bottom. We're going to have this one here on the 4th string on the 2nd fret, and then we've got the third finger on the 2nd string and the 3rd, and then we've got this one here, which is our little finger on the 3rd string on the 4th fret. And we've got some muted strings in there, so be careful and just go ahead and strum them all and see what you get. Or if you're getting, just make sure you're muting that stuff out so it doesn't come out. And that's it for the Major 6 series. I hope that you learned something today. Please check out our other videos as we go more and more into depth and how to put all this stuff together that people are calling music. See you in the next series.